Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's map reading task. This week the photo was sent in by someone. It's taken by somebody other than me. So thanks to Sarah Lister for the photo. Sarah's written a great book about walks on Kinder Scout, so have a check of that. It's published by Vertebrate Publishing, and she's also got a website where she does a really good podcast and career coaching, so I'll put a link to that. It's called About the Adventure. I'll put a link to that in the description. So thanks for the photo, Sarah. The photo is of a runner stood next to a large man-made rock feature. Can you identify the feature circled in red here? And can you work out where on the map the runner is? And also, are there any features that you can positively identify on that photo and find them on the map? The map is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 25,000. So there we have the map with lots of sort of mine workings, etc. A bit of a man-made landscape there. I've actually zoomed in here on the photograph so that you can get a better look at the feature that I've circled, but it looks like it's a gully or re-entrant pretty much directly in line of sight from where the photo was taken from. So looking at the photo, let's have a look at the shape of the ground. So immediately to the left here, the ground drops away, and it looks like it drops away quite steeply. Then we've got this sort of ridge running down, dropping down into a spur down into what looks like a main valley, running left to right as we look out, and then away and up to the right. So this is upstream here. This land will be draining from right to left as we look. And then across that valley, we've got on the left, we've got an obvious area of fields, so improved pasture land here, probably field systems with all these dry stone walls in. Looks like we've got a couple of buildings, and then we've got a very obvious, almost like a scar in the landscape, and we're looking directly up that there. And then the feature that we've mentioned there, and the ground on this side, slightly below us, but reasonably flat. So if we have a look on the map, we have to have a steep drop on our left-hand side and a valley running across left to right as we look. So we have to be somewhere on this area here, with the ground dropping to our left down to the southwest and overlooking this Slee Gill. So if we were over here somewhere, the ground would be dropping and then rising up the other side, and here you can see that very distinctive pattern of fields outside of the access land and these field systems here. So does it make sense that this here on the boundary, on the northern side, the boundary of the access land here, is the feature that we were looking at there? So the northern edge of this field system, and then this feature there. So if we've identified that, we should maybe be able to work out where the photo was taken, because we can trace our come back from that feature back towards the camera. So if that was the feature there, we come back towards the camera. Remember, we've got a steep drop on our left hand side, and we're stood at a notable feature, a man-made feature. Well, could we be at this pile of stones here? It looks like a pile of stones, but if we were, the ground ahead of us would be going quite flat for a reasonable amount of time before it dropped away, and it looks like it starts to drop away quite soon. So we're not at that pile of stones. what about this cairn? So a cairn is a large man-made pile of stones. Where is it? Are we stood there or there? Well, remember, the ground drops away immediately to the left-hand side. Here, look, so we're very, very close to the steepness of the steepening on the contour lines. So that puts us there at that little dot, the cairn there. So we know where we are. What feature are we looking at? That feature that I've circled. Well, here we can see it's a gully or re-entrance, and we're looking straight along it. You can also note, we know what this feature is. We've got another feature coming down here, down, down, down. And if that was to carry on, then this feature is to the right of that. So if we zoom in on the map slightly, we can see this feature here coming down, a stream or a dike or a ditch in it, and rocky ground facing southwards. That is this feature here. So now that we know that, we can trace it down to its end and then slightly upstream, and we're looking for a narrow gully or re-entrant. And what we're actually looking at is that little kink there in the contour line. See how the little kink in? That there is the feature that we were looking at, because we can see it comes down pretty much in a straight line to the cairn. So this week's answer is photo taken from that cairn looking across onto that feature there. So I hope you got that one right. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's map reading task. Bye for now.